Another delay strikes. SpaceX's Nusantara Lima mission from Florida faces yet another launch scrub, marking the second consecutive night of setbacks. This unfolding story is packed with drama and technical details that anyone fascinated by space travel or rocket launches will find compelling. But here's where it gets controversial. With repeated postponements due to weather, how long should missions wait before deciding to reschedule to a safer date? And this is the part most people miss. Weather is just one challenge among many for these complex launches. Let's dive into the live updates from Cape Canaveral, where SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket was set to soar on Tuesday, September 9th, carrying the Nusantara Lima satellite. Initially scheduled earlier in the evening, launch time was first pushed back over 90 minutes due to persistent clouds and rain. The launch site, Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, was blanketed in challenging weather conditions, including cumulus and anvil clouds, along with electrical activity near the surface, all factors that raise significant safety concerns. If it had launched successfully, the Falcon 9 would have carried an Indonesian communication satellite into a geosynchronous transfer orbit, which means placing it in a position high above the Earth to provide reliable, constant communication coverage for Indonesia and surrounding regions. For space enthusiasts, this mission represented a crucial step in expanding satellite communication networks across the globe. The 45th Weather Squadron, responsible for accurate launch weather forecasting, offered a sobering outlook: only a 15% chance of clear conditions early in the window, climbing slightly to 30% late in the night. The public should understand that these percentages reflect the likelihood of safe and compliant weather metrics, not just a cloudy or rainy forecast. Since rocket launches are highly sensitive to atmospheric conditions, even a small chance of electrical storms or turbulent clouds can delay a launch. After the launch attempt was aborted just 29 seconds before liftoff due to weather violations, SpaceX confirmed a third try was scheduled for Wednesday evening. Unfortunately, the weather forecast showed only marginal improvement, with a 30% chance of favorable conditions at the start and a slight increase to 45% later. These odds underscore the tenuous balance between technological readiness and nature's unpredictability. For a bit of perspective, the Falcon 9's first-stage booster, slated for this mission, had flown an impressive 22 times previously, including high-profile ventures like Crew 6 to the International Space Station and multiple Starlink deployments. Post-separation, the plan was for the booster to return and land on the drone ship named A Shortfall of Gravitas, stationed in the Atlantic Ocean roughly 8.5 minutes after liftoff, a testament to SpaceX's innovative approach to rocket reusability. Throughout the evening, various countdown milestones took place, including engine chill procedures and final flight computer checks. But ultimately, the persistent threat of lightning and the dense storm clouds forced interruption. The 45th Weather Squadron even issued a Phase 1 lightning watch, a warning indicating lightning could occur within 5 nautical miles, lasting until 10 p.m., which is beyond the launch window that ended at 9:55 p.m. Adding to the drama, SpaceX shifted liftoff target times multiple times, from 8:47 p.m. to eventually 9:37 p.m., highlighting how dynamic and fluid the decision-making process can be on launch day. This affects not only the operational teams, but also the millions of fans and stakeholders eagerly awaiting every update. Beyond the launch itself, nearby facilities prepared as well. The Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex promoted an upcoming Sunday launch of NASA's CRS-NG-23 mission, which involves sending a Cygnus cargo spacecraft to the International Space Station. reminding us that the Space Coast remains one of the busiest and most vital hubs for space exploration worldwide. As heavy rain and lightning warnings dominated the Cape Canaveral region, emergency management teams stood ready, and flood advisories briefly lifted for portions of Merritt Island after recent rainfall. Such weather challenges are routine reminders of Florida's volatile climate during hurricane season, injecting an extra layer of complexity into the careful orchestration of rocket launches. Looking back, this upcoming Falcon 9 flight would mark the 77th orbital launch from Florida's Space Coast in 2025 alone, emphasizing how central this region remains in global space operations. Yet with the ongoing delays, one must ask, is there a tipping point where the risks of waiting outweigh the benefits of launching under borderline conditions? Should SpaceX or other providers implement even more conservative weather protocols? Or is pushing the envelope part of the evolving art and science of rocketry? In the end, SpaceX's persistent efforts to lift off despite the hurdles demonstrate remarkable determination and resilience. However, they also highlight the intricate dance between cutting-edge technology and the raw power of the natural environment. What do you think? Are these repeated scrubs an acceptable part of spaceflight? Or do they signal a need for smarter scheduling and perhaps better forecasting? Share your thoughts and join the conversation as this mission story continues to unfold.